think I've seen this position before, actually. I spend too much time on chess. Here, black has various moves, including even rook to b8, indirectly defending this bishop. And for example, if we see captures, then white regains the pawn, but black defends the bishop, and black is fine after bishop to d7. So, okay, we do see a move from Vincent Keymer. It's not bishop c5, with that slightly odd variation being pretty much forced. Instead, e5, and Anish Giri, just like yesterday, he's back lurking in the background, checking out all of the openings in the tournament. e5 played, and a capture.
And yep, perhaps trying to get some inspiration. And talking about inspiration, well, after pawn takes pawn, I'm guessing black will have to recapture with the pawn, because otherwise the pawn will fall on e5. And now this position, when I play this type of position with colors reversed, it's just all about securing the e line and getting rid of a minor piece. But usually a knight will come to e5.
Yeah. So for example, a variation like this, and white would be very justified in throwing a knight into e5. If you don't rush with this, you might get a bit cramped with white due to black having a further advanced pawn in the center. Often, as far as I know, the theory revolves around bishop f4, knight on e5, and it's roughly level, but definitely not the typical positions you achieve in the opening. So Esipenko definitely trying to launch the first surprise. He's forced Vincent to think as well, which is the first psychological game in the opening.
Yes, and that is certainly a game. And
or does it? Maybe the white king just steps up towards f forward on the f file.
Yeah, you're right. And it was really important that you control the d6 square. So you give bishop d6. Or step forward.
Yeah, suddenly we've got the triangle, not with pawns this time, but the holy...
holy trinity of the king, the knight, and two pawns.
Exactly.
Although that's not trinity.
Let's pretend it is. And, okay, this looks promising for white, so I think you need to add the king to the mix, centralized king in the endgame, as long as it doesn't get mated or kicked, or kind of hit tactically like we showed in that variation. It tends to be a good idea.
So what happens if you, after king to f3, you just, as I feel that you should be concrete about this, king...
Maybe you're ready, king e7.
If you go king e7, then I'm concerned about a3.
Yeah, kick the bishop, and if it retreats, there's a check.
Yeah.
Actually, and Nakamura showed a very similar variation where black's king got into...
Searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name. Grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. has gone and come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go
Impossible game.
He's actually gone for this trick that you mentioned, Ivanka.
Yeah.
Look at Vincent Keymer, a bit like Duda earlier, who did in the end resign. He's suffering. Thought he was going to try that checkmate trick. Why not set up one final trap?
He has one. I spotted
Aha,
it. Yeah.
got a trick.
So he wants to go bishop takes g3.
Yeah. So for example, if White is careless and not even sure how White allows this, to be honest. Let's say White plays some move like bishop b6.
Well, then bishop takes.
Bishop takes g3, but then the problem is, okay, yeah, that's a, whoops, sorry, that's a check. Now the
No,
king
like a
drops
step.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, and the idea after bishop takes g3 is that it is poisoned. This would be a checkmate.
Hmm.
Turn around. But yeah, Esipenko's barely pausing. He eyeballed his opponent there. He played rook a5. He's like, when are you going to resign, mate? And this might be the clincher. Rook a5
Yeah.
challenges the rooks, and we see a handshake. If the rook moved, rook a3 check would have ended all resistance.
Yep. Oh, well, Esipenko playing a fantastic game. You know, full control from start to finish with a perfect opening choice. Surprised his opponent.